everybody, and welcome back to the United Stand. This is your Transfer Weekly. What has been going on in the world of Manchester United? Well, let's start with what everybody wants to know. It's what I want to know, and it is, what striker is Manchester United going to go and get? The priority, we all know, was Liam Delap. He's been playing for Chelsea in the Club World Cup, and Manchester United are still scratching around thinking, where are we going to go to next? We thought it was going to be Gyökeres, and then a spanner was put in the works, and we now have new names coming up. Ekitike, you might have missed that within the last week. Mateta, what is the news on that? Not really hearing too much on that, when I think we should be hearing a lot more on it. He's the guy that I'd go for. But let me give you the updates on each and every one of them, because the list just seems to keep growing. So, starting off, Victor Gyökeres. We all thought that was an open goal. Ruben Amorim knows him. He's got that fee of 60 million euros plus 10 million euros, a great deal for a striker of his quality, his goal output. But it's come out within the last week that he prefers Arsenal. So he wants to wait and see if Arsenal move for Benjamin Sesko of Leipzig before deciding on Manchester United. So Manchester United have a big decision to make. Do you wait around for your dream number one transfer signing in Victor Gyökeres for Ruben Amorim, which I think personally Ruben Amorim will want to do? We know that Ruben Amorim's loved Gyökeres for a long time. Or do you move on to another option, and then you get into option B, option C, option D even? But could they be better than what we originally wanted as an option A? Get in the comments down below what you think on that one. Mateta, for me, I think if you put him in the ranking of Manchester United, he's probably at option C today. But he's now risen to my option A. Would want to come and play for Manchester United, has a year left on his deal, so you could be able to get him out of there for around 45 to 50 million, and Premier League proven. He's not the glitz and the glam. He's not someone you're going to bring in like an Erling Haaland when you think, wow, this is, a game-changing signing for the Premier League. But he's going to go up front and he's going to score your goals. He's going to get in the good positions. He's going to bully centre-backs. He's going to give you exactly what Manchester United forwards have been missing. So he's one to keep an eye on. So far, with Mateta, he's very well liked within the scouting department, within the recruitment team. They're assessing their options, but he's definitely one to watch in there. And now a wild card that's been thrown into the mix this week, and let me know what you think about this one, because I'm torn about it. It's got elements of I'm not so sure, but it's also got elements of I would love this player, and it is Hugo Ekitike from Frankfurt. 100 million euros is the price that Frankfurt want, and they have stood firm. They have said we do not need to sell. He is contracted to 2029, so very well contracted, just about to turn 23, and they're demanding 100 million euros. And the reason why I'm unsure is because I think 100 million euros for a player that's unproven, playing in the Bundesliga for Frankfurt, is way too much. You look at Marmoush and you look at Hugo Ekitike, been a great duo for Frankfurt. They've had masses of success together. Marmoush, he's got the same stats as Hugo Ekitike, and he played half a season less. He went in January. Ekitike has got a lot of fans over in Germany. He's being labelled as the baby Isaac. I know a lot of you guys in the comments are big fans of his, but 100 million euros? When Manchester United have to sell, and we've been told that we'd go broke by Christmas, 100 million euros, but here's the catch. And this is where Frankfurt are getting in suitors, and this is where they're reeling people in. And this might have been music to Manchester United's ears. They're standing firm on 100 million euros, but they are willing to be flexible in how a club will pay. So they could do instalments. They're willing to be very flexible, was the report. And Manchester United might like this. You're getting a young player. He's got resale value. He's going to be at the club for a very long time. He's got potential, and you won't have to pay this transfer fee all at once. You can put it on the backlog. Klarna FC strikes again. We did the same with Cunha. I am just burnt from Rasmus Højlund. And I know not every single transfer is going to end up like that, and I don't think you can sit here and say, I never want to go for a young player again, because it didn't work out with Rasmus. We paid 70 odd million, and now he's got next to no resale value. However, it is always going to be in the back of your mind. So get in the comments whether you would move on that one. I think it's a pipe dream, especially when Liverpool and Chelsea are sniffing around. As soon as Liverpool sell Darwin Núñez, I think they could be in there. Victor Osimhen. Now, I don't want to burst everyone's bubbles, because I know that all you guys would love Victor Osimhen. I myself would love Victor Osimhen. I've been leading this Victor Osimhen train for the last few months. Every single show, you'll have heard me say it, I always say take a shot whenever I say Victor Osimhen. I love the guy. However, he's going round to different clubs and he's trying to get the best possible wage and best possible deal for himself. I think is the best striker on the market at the moment. That's what I think. And he will know that as well. He's got a camp around him who wants to get the best deal for himself. If we take our red-tinted glasses off, is he really looking at 15th place Manchester United and thinking, that's the club for me? No, he wants to assess. We know Manchester United don't have time to assess. Ruben Amorim has been very clear. I want my striker on the pre-season tour, working on tactics, working with the team with me. So Victor Osimhen, I think it's too much baggage. I think there's too many ifs and buts. He doesn't want to break his wage structure. He doesn't want to take the wage cut if we don't get Champions League like every single other player in our squad has. Could upset the apple cart. I think that's a no-go. And if you were to say to me this time a week ago, before I did this show, that Victor Gyökeres and Victor Osimhen looked completely off the table, I wouldn't have believed you. I thought they were the two front runners. But that's how much transfer news can change in a week. You go from Victor Osimhen and Victor Gyökeres to a Mateta, and that's the way this changes, and that's where I'm heading to as well as a United fan. How do we bring these players in? Well, you need outgoings. We already know about Marcus Rashford, but the interesting new update with Marcus Rashford is that his dream club, Barcelona, they're going for Nico Williams from Athletic Club. I was thinking this is going to be a saga that lasts throughout the summer, and then eventually Barcelona, they might put a loan option to buy. They're going to put some sort of proposal together for Marcus Rashford. He seems to be training, enjoying his summer, thinking Barcelona's on the horizon. Well, I tell you what, if they go for Nico Williams, there's absolutely no chance that that deal's going to happen. So that's one to watch out for this week. If Barca continue to pursue Nico Williams, Marcus Rashford, we could be in trouble of not having a buyer to go and get him. And Manchester United are relying on that in bringing money, pure profit, into the club. We know what an academy graduate gives you on the book. So that's one to watch as well. Newcastle have been murmured, Spurs have been murmured, but that would mean Rashford would have to take a huge wage cut. I personally think he'd do really well under Thomas Frank at Tottenham, and I think he'd do well under Eddie Howe at Newcastle. It's whether he wants to have a bit of humble pie and take a wage cut and realise he's maybe not of the calibre of player of 300 grand a week. Sancho, pretty simple. The only way we're making any money back on Sancho is if he goes to Saudi. Multiple Saudi clubs interested. The player's deciding whether he wants to take that move or whether he wants to stay in Europe. Considering he turned down Chelsea 150 grand a week and playing Champions League football for his boyhood club, I think we've got a chance of him going to Saudi. I think that maybe is his type of character. So I'm banking on that. Hopefully he can do us a favour, considering he gave us next to nothing in the years he's been at Manchester United. And Anthony, Real Betis trying to put together whatever they can to try and get Anthony on a permanent, but you look at Anthony, you look at the way he performed, and I think Manchester United really have to stay strong on this. He was the face of La Liga from when he joined in around Christmas time, January transfer window, to the end of the season, right? Got him to a Conference League final, was absolutely tearing it up, absolutely killing it, and Real Betis have put together, this is what they've put together, everyone, because I nearly started laughing as well. 17 million this summer, and then image rights for Anthony. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think at Christmas we all gave him away for next to nothing. You know, if Real Betis would have come over and offered a bag of sweets and a can of Coke, a lot of people would be like buzzing with that. But he's gone and ripped it up. United need to realise the value of their players. Anthony, for me, I think you could at least get 30 million if you've got a proper recruitment team going around doing the rounds and talking to clubs and trying to negotiate. Anthony's agent needs to get on it. He might want to go to Betis, which is why they're just kind of holding back. But United, they can't settle for that sort of deal. I think it's laughable. I think we'd get laughed at. You know, when Liverpool go in asking 70 million for Darwin Núñez, when City are selling academy graduates for about 20 million. How are we only getting 17 million for Anthony, who has done brilliantly and got him into a European final? We've got to stay strong on that deal. And then Rasmus Højlund, Inter Milan retain a keen interest in the player. He's really well liked in Italy, but the player, and this has come out from really good sources, The Athletic, the player wants to stay and fight for his place at Manchester United. I'm going to be honest, I love that attitude. And we know Rasmus gives his all, but sometimes you've got it and sometimes you've not. I don't think he's suited to the Premier League. And if I was Ruben Amorim, I think this is where Manchester United need to stop being soft and need to start having the hard conversations. I'd be saying, your work ethic is brilliant. I hope you have a fantastic career, but I think what's best for your future is taking that move to Inter Milan. I'm going to be honest with you, you've not got a future with me at United. You're not going to get much game time next season. And I really am looking to bring in a different profile of striker, so I think you should take that move. That's what I would be doing. Obviously, you're at risk if that move doesn't go through. You've got an unhappy player and the relationship's a little bit fractured and a player that's low on confidence. But I think Manchester United have to get strong like the other clubs as well and look at this and think, we need to push him out the door. It's the same with Andre Onana. Andre Onana, Manchester United want him gone. He can't find any suitors, so now it's being wrapped up differently, and the leak that's come out is that Andre Onana and Ruben Amorim have a warm working relationship and he's going to stay. Andre Onana, at this current moment in time, is staying at United. But realistically, we just can't find any suitors for him. We've got to do better at trying to move these players on, and we've got to be more brutal. But anyway, guys, where are you at? How would you rate the incomings? How would you rate the outgoings so far? This has been your transfer roundup. Got a little bit stale this week, I'm going to be honest. Happy with the incomings, outgoings. Need to take them up another notch. Hopefully next time I speak to you, we've officially signed Embuemo. That would be lovely. But smash a like on the video, get your comments in down below, let me know your thoughts. And remember, any breaking news, any transfer news, we'll be live with you on the United Stand, 10 AM, 2 PM, 8 PM. And we're going to start throwing some 2 AMs, breaking news as well, 5 PMs. We're always live on there, so make sure you stay tuned on the United Stand. And for your general football news, you know, you're looking at who's City signed, you know, what are Chelsea doing, what are our competitors doing. To be honest, our competitors might be like Everton and Brentford at this moment in time. Get over to That's Football, because all of your daily transfer news for all the other clubs, even in La Liga, even in Serie A, will be on That's Football, and you can get all your football fix over there. But thank you for watching, everyone. We will see you on the next one.